Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom. Thank you for joining me. Okay, today I want to talk about narcissists using people's deaths for their own agendas. Recently, Angie Atkinson passed away. For those of you who don't know, Angie was an OG in the narcissistic abuse recovery space. Angie and I were not friends or not close. I didn't know Angie, only through her work. I need to be clear on that. However, I have searched my soul about this, and I believe that Angie would support what I'm doing in this video. And what I'm doing in this video is using the situation around her death and the way the narcissists have handled her death, essentially, to as I said, to fit their own agenda. So I'm using it as a teaching moment. There are 3 channels in particular that I have observed, all of which I believe are covert narcissists. They are all doing the typical narcissistic thing. So the first thing I just want to read it. I wrote a community post and it said, "Never forget that narcissists will milk other people's deaths and tragedies to get attention, sympathy, and fuel," right? There's a special type of fuel on offer that is just too big to pass up on. They are energetic vampires. They love making the news about the death. They love passing on the news about the death. They love making it all about themselves, big noting themselves, and pretending to have a special connection with the deceased, especially if that person was much loved. They may even cry because narcissists are so manipulative and emotionally unstable, they can even cry on cue when it suits their agenda. It's morbid and so very disordered, but that's what narcissists are and that's what they do. So, like I said, I will be naming one channel who has engaged in this weird behaviour. So just quickly, like I said, I'm just going to run through that again. I've got notes here. I'm looking at that's what I'm doing. So narcissists love to announce the death, right? Because it's a way of imprinting. So you get to hear it from them. You'll always remember that they were the one that told you about the death. So they've imprinted themselves on that special painful memory, right? They also love the fuel that comes from the, "Oh my God, no. Oh no. Oh, tell us all about it." They love the fuel that comes from that initial announcement. They also do over the top big gestures. Their responses and reactions are big love bombing gestures. So when I found out the news, I found out the very next day from watching her channel. I left a comment, basically just expressing sympathy for her family, condolences for the family, and rest in peace, Angie. Right? Simple, concise. No, like I said, no over the top. Oh, we were best friends. None of that. Like I said, proportionate, healthy, normal response. Whereas the narcissists, like I said, go over the top. So one of these 3 channels has done a video where they cried on cue, and then also did 10 community posts. I mean, really over the top responses and reactions. The biggest bouquet of flowers. So everyone goes, "Oh my God, did you see how much they were grieving? Did you see how they reacted?" Oh, like I said, they make it about themselves and their reaction. And I was so upset and I cried and I cried and I can't stop crying. Oh, poor me, right? It's not poor you. It's not about you, you egomaniac. Okay, the third point. So they pretend to be close to the person. So in this case, David DeMars is out here pretending that he and Angie were close. So he's using it essentially to rewrite reality, to re-script reality. Okay, so I'm going to edit in here some of the some of the text messages that I have between Angie Atkinson and Val from Toxic Free, and also Angie Atkinson and David DeMars. So essentially, David had contacted Angie trying to get her support in the smear campaign that he was running against Val. Angie, not only did she not reply to him, right, she didn't accept the friend request that he sent her. Now, Val contacted her months after, when she'd done a video about life coaches, predatory life coaches in the narcissistic community. So Val contacted Angie. Angie and Val went backwards and forwards, had quite a few texts. Like I said, I have all of them. And in these, she talks about how she got a weird vibe from David, how she never responded or accepted his friend request, and about how a lot of people are talking about bad coaches and his name keeps coming up. About how she saw right through his letter, and that she was sorry that he behaved the way he did towards Val. She said that his videos, he was very narcissic in his videos. She said that we'll have to figure out a way to get this information out to the survivors so that they don't keep giving him their money and their energy. She said true empaths don't behave that way, that his language is horrendous. I cannot fathom treating people this way. This is all Angie Atkinson speaking on David DeMars. She said, I'm a survivor and the way he speaks is very familiar, which is interesting because I said the same thing. His messages read like straight up love bombing. As I said, I'm going to link all the the text messages here into the video. But essentially what David DeMars is trying to do is he's trying to align himself with Angie's reputation. Angie has a good reputation. David DeMars' reputation is shot to hell because who he is has already been exposed, right? So by doing this, he's getting to rewrite reality. He knows that Angie ignored his text message, didn't respond, didn't reply, did not accept his friend request, and yet here he is in his community tab, his community post, pretending like that there was some kind of friendship going on, that they somehow kind of knew each other and that she inspired him, encouraged him to be a coach. I'm going to actually while we're on here, I'm going to look it up right now. We lost a very special person Sunday. Angie Atkinson passed, and I don't want to tell the details of it here. He didn't know the details, but he's implying that he knows more, right? You can go to Angie's channel and find more information about this tragedy. Angie guided me when I needed it and inspired me to be a life coach. Thank you so much, Angie. You are loved and will be missed by many. My condolences to Angie's loved ones and the people that feel her loss. Now, that on the surface sounds great. It sounds really nice. He's literally saying all the right things, ticking all the right boxes. But like I said, he's typing this knowing full well that Angie did not accept his friend request, didn't want anything to do with him. Okay, you have to remember that bit. And here he is acting as though, he knows so much about the inside story, and that, that they were really close, right? That they were close and that she inspired him to be a coach. Angie would be horrified that he is using her name to try and suit his agenda, further his own career, that he's trying to essentially glom on to Angie's clients, right? The people that trusted Angie. By doing this, he's aligning himself with her reputation, her good reputation, I might add. Angie had a great reputation. I said she would be horrified that he did this. Anyhow, like I said, they can't. Narcissists, especially covert narcissists, cannot pass up on the opportunity of someone's death to, like I said, they just can't help themselves. They have to announce it. They have to grieve publicly. They have to pretend that they were so close to that person. They have to manipulate and victimize the people that are in attendance. Trust me and believe me when I say, when people see type in Angie Atkinson and they find, these videos and these things, what have you, they will go and watch them, and then they'll think to themselves, oh, this person looks, this person was close to Angie. They look like a really nice person, right? David DeMars is not a nice person. Angie is on record saying to Val, you are not the problem. It is not you, right? She knew about David. One of the last things she said to Val was, we have to make it end. We have to stop this. Okay, so like I said, it was hard for me to make the decision to speak on this, but I thought about it. I kind of spoke to Angie, prayed, however you want to say it, spoke to Angie on the astrals, asked for her permission to do this. Because, like I said, he's using her to further his own career and his own agenda, his own predatory ways. He knows damn well that Angie didn't want anything to do with him, and now he's trying to align himself publicly with her. Okay? Not okay. And as for, like I said, these other ones, I mean, the third one that I mentioned is out there big noting. He's got Angie's name in the title, and then speaks all about himself the whole time, and then calls her Angie Atkins. Doesn't even know her name. But big noting, this is what narcissists do, right? They're name droppers. They always try and, they rub shoulders with people, and they're like these kind of social climbers. They always try and get one up on the next rung and the next rung, and they will always take advantage of deaths and funerals. Okay, I'm going to link 2 videos here. One is going to be to a video about narcissists and funerals, and the other one, for those who haven't already seen it, is a link to Angie Atkinsons video. Angie's video, her channel, essentially. It's not Angie speaking, but it's on her channel, letting people know about her passing. Whew. I've tried a few times to do this video this morning. I've had technical difficulties. I have a whole host of issues. So hopefully this time I'll finally get this video out. All right. Thank you for listening, lovelies, and I hope it helps. All right. Stay safe out there. Get nut free and stay nut free.